Om Shanti and hello everyone. My name is Ken O'Donnell. I'm going to speak about this sanskar of self-governance. People expect elected governments to create conditions for peace, progress and prosperity. However, this is a rarity in today's world. A large majority of political, business and other leaders are increasingly engaged in self-serving pursuits and enrichment. So the masses have practically no role in governance. Economic progress and prosperity is confined to a handful of people who are politically well connected or have big industries. And because we all have deeply ingrained sanskars of truth and non-violence from our original state, everyone is positioned according to the amount of power that they have. So the rulers in the golden age are those who have reached the highest level of their sanskars, the highest level of power and purity. And they are the naturally rulers because of this. And everyone else, according to their power and purity, has their place. But no one desires someone else's place, and no one feels out of place. Each one is in a situation which is the perfect fulfillment of their sanskars. So in the golden age, the system of governance is natural. Actually, golden age denotes a period of primordial peace, harmony and stability, prosperity. And during this age, peace and harmony prevailed. The people didn't have to work to feed themselves because the earth provided food in abundance naturally. They lived to a very old age with a youthful appearance naturally, and everyone dying peacefully. Because of this self-governance, the economic system is totally self-organizing, so concepts such as value, profit, loss, misery, poverty, sorrow, and even death don't exist. In a society whose members have many times more than they need or they can use, there's trade and exchange, sure, but that's carried out mainly for distribution purposes. And so with such universal prosperity and internal, external harmony, shortage, misery, and so on, they are unimaginable. Because of self-governance, there's no practice religion. The bodies are the temples and the souls are the deities or the divine beings that inhabit these temples. And since nothing is lacking, there's no spiritual search, there's no need to ritualize divine acts, there are no churches, temples, scriptures, gurus, because the real religion of self-governance is our lives. It's a religion of truth in action. And since there's no conflict within, there's no conflict without. And because of this also, justice is natural. There's no need for any type of judicial system, law courts, police, prisons. There are no written laws, criminals, or even crimes. So there's total alignment between what we are and what we do. And this is based on this natural governance, what is naturally just. There's absolutely nothing that can motivate someone to do something against these natural laws. Science and technology, because of all of this, also present in their highest and most subtle form. So the energy of the sun and the atom are harnessed in such a way that does zero harm to the environment. Noiseless, pollution-free vehicles, just imagine, and perfect architecture exist. Though the most beautiful material that nature can provide, such as gold, diamonds, rubies, they are used in the construction and decoration of buildings, but they have no monetary value because they're found in such abundance. Leadership, because of self-governance, is also natural. Each member of this kingdom of heaven is playing exactly the role for which his or her natural qualities endow them. And so some are the natural leaders and are universally recognized as such. The other members of the kingdom, the people, they have no political philosophies, there are no parties, there are no social injustice to be righted, there are no causes to fight for, and so on. There's a balance between the perfect order of this benign monarchy balanced by a universal brotherly vision. So everyone feels each other to be a brother or a sister. And the rulers, of course, treat the members of the kingdom as their own mothers or fathers would. They are so wise because of these sanskars of self-governance that they need no ministers or advisors, because there is inherent wisdom and divinity. And though there are meetings to organize and programs to attend, there's no concept of the word problem, nor even the word advice. There is neither enforced authority nor submissive subordination to it. So the sovereigns of the Golden Age, they are called Lakshmi and Narayan. These are the rulers. They have great royalty and natural authority, and they are universally accepted. Their dynasty lasts for 8 generations, and they call it the Sun Dynasty. So let's imagine for a moment how actions are there in this self-governing world. Just imagine an innocent child playing, exploring, curious, even awestruck as things present themselves to be acted upon or taken up or cherished or put down and so on. So we are like those children. We live in a world of wonder, and we build up a stock of experiences which will be later drawn upon in daily routine. So in the Golden Age, actions are somewhat like this, but with the important differences. The capacity to harm or to be harmed is completely absent. The reservoir of past births, of course, because we haven't had a past yet, negative senses are waiting to break out into the mind that we develop as adults. They're not there as they are in the present day child. These are the pure sanskars of action, the pure sanskars in a latent state. There's neither knowledge of evil nor the potential for it. Therefore, actions are such that can produce no negative results. They are what we can call akarma, or neutral action. So doing something against the truth of the self or others or nature is impossible. Nobody needs anything, so there's no charity either. So this akarma implies that the souls are just harmonizing relationships. There are no bondages, no debts, no favors. The other difference is that the present day child is simply reacting to external stimuli and therefore is at the mercy of it. Whereas the soul, acting through the body in the Golden Age, though childlike in its simplicity and innocence, expresses itself according to the internal stimuli of pure sanskars, this self-governance that we have built into ourselves now. They come into the mind, they're translated into actions according to time, and immediately become merged again. So every action is divine. There's no knowledge of God, nor of the fact that they are living out an inheritance that they had received from God at the end of the previous cycle. And since everyone is the embodiment of the qualities that we could call worship-worthy, there's no need to worship anyone or anything. There's not even the slightest idea that later on things would slowly start to diminish in strength and harmony. And so we live out this self-governance. Everything organizes itself because we are organized. Everything sort of works harmoniously because we are in harmony. So think about all of these things, and Om Shanti.
स्वराज्य से स्वर्णिम भारत।